Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Hanson here. Today we are going to do some math. So you guys are going to need your My Math book and you are going to need a pencil. So in your My Math book, you are going to need page 565, 566, 567, and 568. So if you guys need to pause it to get those papers, you guys can do that now. And on the front it says sort by count, less than 5. So on the front, Mrs. Hanson already did it, but we're going to talk through it and see if you guys understand. So when we are sorting things by count, we are going to organize them or put them in groups by how many there are in each group. So say you have something that has a group of 2, a group of 2, a group of 3, and a group of 4. You are only going to look at the ones that are groups of 2. Does that make sense? So if you have 2 apples, 2 oranges, 3 bananas, and 4 peaches, you're only going to look at your apples and your oranges because they have groups of 2. So let's try it with this with shapes. So first, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. Then I have 1, 2, 3 circles, and I have 1, 2, 3 triangles. So I have 4 squares, 3 circles, and 3 triangles. So what I did is we are going to organize them on our plate. So ignore that X I have on there for right now. So I drew my 4 squares, my 3 circles, and my 3 triangles. And you're going to need to draw them kind of small, like Mrs. Hanson. So we have 3 different groups. You see how I have a group over here, a group over here, and then a group over here. So the only thing that we are going to look at for our sorting is our groups of 3. So what 2 groups are grouped as 3? We have our circles and our triangles because we have 3 circles and 3 triangles. So our 4 squares, we are not sorting. So we are putting an X over that group, like Mrs. Hanson. So this is what I want your front to look like because we are only worrying about our groups of 3. So our 3 circles and our 3 triangles. We are crossing off the group of 4 because we don't need that group of 4. We only need groups of 3. Got it? So since there's 4, we don't need these. So it's kind of like they weren't even there. So we have our 3 circles and we have our 3 triangles. So that's why we did not X those off. We only X'd off our group of 4. Sound good? Okay, let's try to see if this helps a little bit. Next, we're going to turn our page around and we have a recycling bin and we have some recycle bottles. And you can see we already have X's on 3 of our groups, right, that we need to trace. So if we are Xing off those other groups, which ones are left? We have a group of 1, 2, 3, and we have a group of 1, 2, 3. So how are we sorting? We are sorting by count, by numbers by numbers of 3. So 3, if there's 3 in a group, we're keeping those. If there are not 3 in a group, we're crossing them off. So each of our groups we are crossing off, we don't need them because they have more than 3. You can see the one group has 4, the other group has 4, and the other group has 4. So I want you guys to trace those X's because we are only worrying about our groups of 3, not our groups of 4. So we crossed out our groups of 4. All right, let's try our next one. Number 2. So right here we have, it looks like boxes of orange juice. Count the juice boxes in each group. Sort the juice boxes by count and draw an X to show how you sorted them. So we are going to sort by groups of 4. So if they are not groups of 4, we are going to cross them off. Make sense? So let's try it. I'll give you one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If it has 4 in it, we are not crossing it off. So are we crossing that one off? No. So then this one, 1, 2, 3. Do we need that one? No, because there's only 3 in that group. So we are going to cross that one off because there is less than 4. So we are only leaving the ones that are 4 and crossing off the other ones if there's not 4. So count these, 1, 2, 3. Do we cross that one off or do we leave it? What about this one? 1, 2, 3. Do we cross that one off or do we leave it? Remember, we're only leaving the groups of 4. Our last one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we cross that one off or do we leave it? Okay, so you guys can do that on your own. Only leave the ones that are groups of 4. All right, our next one, number 3, we have some light bulbs. So we are only leaving the groups of 2. If it is any group that is more than 2, you're going to cross it off. So if it has 2 in the group, leave it. If it doesn't have 2 in the group, X it off. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So only leave the groups of 2. Next one are water. We are going to leave groups of 4. So if there's groups of 4, you're going to leave it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So count them. If there's groups of 4, leave it. If they are not groups of 4, cross them off with an X. Got it? All right. Very last one, we're going to turn around to the back. And we have some loaves of bread, fruit cups, cereal, corn, ketchup, and soup. The directions are: count the objects in each group of food. Sort the objects by count. Draw X's to show how you sorted. Sort by groups of again, and circle the groups to show how you sorted. So first, this is where you guys have to listen. We are going to sort by groups of 3. So X off any of them that are not a group of 3. So if it is not a group of 3, put an X on it. Next, we are going to sort by 2's. So if it is a group of 2, you are going to circle it. So some of them might have an X and a circle. That's okay. So you're going to X any group that is not a group of 3. And then you are going to circle them if they are a group of 2. Got it? So we have our bread, fruit cups, cereal, soup, corn, ketchup. All right? So that's how we sort by count. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. And all you guys had to do was these 4 pages. We did the front one together, and Mrs. Hanson did that one with you. So when you guys are done, you guys can send that over and let me know if you guys need anything else. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.